FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by Service Master Clean by Todd George. Cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County. 740-687-1077.
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Let Mac Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at macspeaking.com.
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster in Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thompson Concrete, full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Welcome to Take It to the Field, presented by Service Master Clean by Todd George. I'm your host, Caleb Kandra, and joining me today is FCA football head coach Dave Daubenmire. How are you doing today, Coach?
Caleb, doing great. Can't believe it's football season already.
I know already. And, last year we had such a successful season, going 9-0, making it for the first time, going undefeated, going to the playoffs. And one of my biggest questions is, after coming off of an undefeated season like that, and you being a coach at London and having a couple undefeated seasons as well, having experienced that there, how much momentum does FCA especially have going into it after having an undefeated season, and also how much added pressure do they have going into this to perform well?
I don't think there's a whole lot of added pressure, but there's certainly momentum that's built after a great football season like that, Caleb. But the reality of it is, this 2011 football team is this year's football team.
Right.
They can look back over their shoulder at all the good things that we did last year in 2010, but for the most part, it really doesn't help a whole lot. You've got to step out on the field. We've got to go out on the field tonight against Millersport and play like we've never played a football game before. It's certainly a lot easier to come off of a successful season than it is an unsuccessful season, and we hope to use that momentum to propel us to a great 2011.
Right. And now last year your team had quite a few seniors. I believe 12, was it?
Yeah.
How does losing all that experience and leadership affect your team and how it goes forward?
Well, we'll find out. One of the things we've tried to impress upon all of our players is you have an obligation to pass what you have down to the we call it the next generation. Pass what you have on down to the next group. We have a small senior class. We're only about 4 seniors in the class, but they're good quality guys, and we've got good junior leadership. A lot of guys who played football for us last year as well. So one of the things we try to do is to teach them the FCA way. The way that we try to do it, the things that are important to us, play hard every snap. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, you do it with all of your might. And we believe our young guys understand what it's all about, and as the season progresses, we expect that they'll pick up the mantle and run with it.
Right. And now, if I'm correct, and like you said, having only 4 seniors, the team is much younger and also much smaller, if I'm correct, as compared to what it was last year after losing people like Cody Eckert and such.
That's true. But one thing that we do have, though, Caleb, is we have what we think is the best passing combination in all of Division VI football in Ohio. That's Luke Johnson and Hayden Welch.
Right.
And we know that every game we go into, those guys with their experience, if you have some guys that you want to have come back, it's going to be the guy who's pulling the trigger and his favorite target are back. So we believe that we have the ability to build upon those two guys in particular. We moved around a little bit on the offensive line. Our running game we think is going to be effective. We got some other guys that can catch the football. So even though we lost a lot of guys, we think we've got a great nucleus back.
That's really good. And now, going into this upcoming week, you're taking on the Millersport Lakers. Now, what is it that you know about Millersport going into this week?
We know they're young. But try to tell our football guys every week, it's not about our opponent. None of our games are about the opponent. It's about how we perform. And if we get too caught up into whether we're playing Millersport or Fisher Catholic or whoever it might be, we respect our opponents. But the reality of it is we have assignments that we have to perform no matter who you're playing against. So we tell our guys that ultimately they're playing against themselves. Play hard, play the way that you've been coached, eliminate mistakes, and we believe that the results will take care of themselves on the field.
So tonight against the Lakers, what is it that your team is going to have to do, and what's your biggest game plan against the Lakers to come away with a win tonight?
Our experience is team that makes a few mistakes wins. I think that's true in just about any football game. But we want to be able to, of course, we know that we can throw the football. We want to be able to establish the run a little bit and get back to playing pretty aggressive defensive football. We think our core group of linebackers, that Brian Miller and Joey Gall and we got several other guys that play in there. Colin Young plays in there. And we just believe that nucleus of linebackers is a great group. Ben Tobin. And so we're going to try to turn those guys loose, let them run to the football, and try to make some big plays for us on the defensive side as well.
All right. Well, good luck to you this week, Coach, and thank you for joining us. And thank you also for joining us this week on the Take It to the Field presented by Service Master Clean by Todd George. Cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County. They'll help you get clean and stay that way at work and at home when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence and their promise to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George. You can contact him at 740-687-1077. Thank you, Todd George, for supporting FMP Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Coming up, Millersport versus FCA here on FCA on LSN.
We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
And Luke Johnson, Nick Spurgis.
We're on in 27 seconds.
Great, thank you.
Who do you want me to be going to? I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's on 3.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov and let the journey begin.
From Millersport High School, it's FCA football on LSN. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2011 season. I'm Jack Davison, along with Jared Camp and Dane Alexander, our sideline reporter. We welcome you to high school football on LSN. The FCA LSN Game of the Week brought to you by Service Master, Clean by Todd George. Cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County. They'll help you get clean and stay that way at work and at home when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence and their promise to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. We thank Todd George for supporting FCA on LSN. FCA will be kicking off to Millersport, and Jared, welcome back.
It's been a long time.
You are a senior.
I am.
My, you have grown. John Parmenter is our statistician.
Hear me.
And it is a beautiful night for football here at Millersport. FCA coming off a undefeated season last year. They were 9-1, 9-0 in the regular season. They lost to Newark Catholic 28-0 in the playoff game. Millersport was winless last year. We'll tell you more about the teams in a moment. The officials for tonight's ball game: Charles Wortham, Max Tharp, Rich Capel, Tom Schumann, and Rick Carpenter. Here to bring you the play-by-play for FCA football, Jared Camp.
Thank you, Jack. Joe Register is back to receive the kick for Millersport. You have Hayden Welch kicking off for the Knights, and we are about ready to begin the 2011 football season. And the journey begins. Register lets that go back for a touchback, so the Lakers will start up first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Give you the starting lineups here tonight. The starting lineups, we thank Roger Weaver. Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law Office is dedicated to serving all of Central Ohio with competent, qualified, and timely legal assistance at reasonable rates. Roger Weaver, a name you know, experience you can trust. Weaver Law Offices can be contacted at 614-834-1750 or online at weaver-law.com. Thanks to Roger for sponsoring FCA football on LSN.
Lakers are led by quarterback Cody Miller, senior. And he hands the ball off to his running back, Marcus Miller. And the Lakers, after running a spread last year and going 0-10, moving into a more power-oriented offense. And their first play gets them nothing, so it'll be second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Give to the fullback and nothing going. Nice job by the Knights to wrap him up in the backfield. Alex Blake on the carry. And you got Ben Tobin, the big sophomore, to bring down the player for a 5-yard loss. So the ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. Third down and 13.
Cody Miller's the quarterback. Running backs Joe Register and Marcus Miller.
Got a flag on the play.
The offensive line for Millersport: Sam Little, Tyler Van Horn, Tyler Nichols, Michael Popo, and Tanner Kay. Cody Craner is the tight end. Ben Gabriel and Clayton Moore are your wideouts.
Penalty was on the Knights.
First quarter action of FCA and LSN brought to you by Thompson Concrete.
Third down and 13. Lakers trying to get something, and they got a good run out of Marcus Miller. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Lakers. 10:44 remaining in the first quarter of play.
First quarter action at FCA on LSN brought to you by Thompson Concrete, full service company offering commercial, residential, decorative, excavation, foundation services with the ability to handle every detail of large complex concrete projects. Thompson Concrete, located in Carroll, Ohio, can be reached at 740-756-7256 or online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Give the number 2 Joe Register, and he gets maybe a couple. Now for the FCA starting defense, Jack, who do we have?
Colin Young, Jordan Bennett, and Nick Spurgis are the defensive linemen. Linebackers Zach Sullivan, Ben Tobin, Joey Gall, Brian Miller, and Luke Johnson. And in the defensive backfield, Sam Faturo, Tony Welch, and Hayden Welch.
Little end around play to Register. Maybe a yard. That was Zach Sullivan, the junior, on the tackle.
Millersport coached by Rob Weissman in his third year, 2-18 overall. Last year winless, 0-10 on the season, 0-7 the Mid-State Cardinal.
3rd down and 7. A little movement on the line. There's a fumbled exchange between the quarterback, Cody Miller, and his center, Tyler Nichols. So that will bring up 4th down for the Lakers, and they will have to punt it away. Cody Miller will punt. We got Tony Welch and Sam Furturo. And a fumble snap. Can try to get something out of nothing, and he does not.
Good play by Spurgis.
No, Coach, no. He went down inside. There's nobody on the
So FCA's ball on the Millersport 20. Nice short field to work with for FCA, coached by Dave Daubenmire in his 3rd year at FCA. Career record of 118-99-1, 9-1 last year. FCA has beefed up their schedule this year. They're playing Shadyside in the 8th game. Shadyside was the runner-up state champion in Division 6.
So the Knights, led by senior quarterback Luke Johnson, line up in the I formation for their first play of the year. They give the San Furturo, nice hole up the middle. Nice run by Sam down to the 5-yard line.
Good 15-yard gain by Sam.
So be 1st and goal.
Millersport defense on the line. It's Gabe Garcia, Brandon Freeman, John Reed, and Zach Leffman. Linebackers are Joe Register, Michael Popo, and Michael Husted. Cornerbacks are Cody Craner, Marcus Miller. Your safeties, Clayton Moore and Cody Miller. Will set the FCA offense here momentarily.
The Welch brothers out wide, Hayden to the right, Tony to the left. Give to Sam again, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. So only 2 plays, and the Knights strike first with a 5-yard run by Sam Furturo.
Furturo really did it. The whole drive was really him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had a 15-yard run and a 5-yard run. You know, really one of the things that I was wondering about for the Knights coming into the season was their line. I mean, they lost everybody. Cody Eckerd, the only returner was Kenny Burcham, and they looked very good on those 2 plays to set up the score.
Welch on for the PAT. Fumbled snap. Johnson tries to throw to Welch, and that is no good. So it's 6-0 FCA up over Millersport with 8:16 to go here in the first quarter. There's Coach Norm Emmets. Coach E's lost a little bit of weight since last year. Looks good.
He does.
Familiar shorts on the sideline. He was wearing shorts at that Newark Catholic game.
It was snowing that game, I believe. But he's tough. We have Clayton Moore for Millersport to receive the kick. Hayden Welch once again will kick it off. 8:16 remaining in the first quarter plays. 6-0 is your score. FCA went 2 plays, both with Sam Furturo. First a 15-yard run and a 5-yard scoring run. Here's Welch with the kick. And they'll let that kick go out of bounds. The ball will be placed on the 35.
Good play by Moore to let it go out of bounds. Penalty will give Millersport good field position to start their 2nd drive of the season. I want to thank our sponsors for supporting Fairfield Media Production Sports. We have Service Master Clean, Todd George, Fairfield Christian Church, the Weaver Law Offices, Fairfield Mini Storage, Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Ohio University Lancaster, Focus Consulting, Thomas Concrete, and Redeemer Lutheran Church.
First down and 10 on the 35 is where the Lakers will set up their offense. Fumble on the play. I believe the Lakers got it back, and the referees say they do. That's the second time that bad exchange between the quarterback and the running back. So it'll be second down. Actually gained a yard out of it, so it'll be second down and 9. 7:45 remaining and counting in the first quarter of play. Lakers set up in a power formation. Cody Miller, the quarterback. We'll give it to number 4, Clayton Moore.
Fumble.
And they're going to say he was down.
I got to get the Keith Jackson down here. Fumble.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it? Maybe by next game. The next game against Fisher, I want to hear fumble. You do it so loud so that JT's, earphones down in the truck just kind of, explode.
Which means I'll have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So second. Another bad exchange between the center and quarterback. Cody Miller didn't even look like he was ready for the ball.
It's like a loss on the play.
Yep.
And it looks like it'll be 4th down.
So the Lakers will have to punt it away once again on their second drive. Ferturo going back to receive the punt.
Somebody's got to be on the guy over here.
Nice kick. Ferturo receives it near the 30. Gets away from one tackler and dragged down at the 34-yard line. So the Knights will have a longer field to go for a touchdown this time, but let's see what Luke Johnson and the Knights offense will do.
Let's try to set the FCA offense for you, all right? On the line, Josh Coleman, Austin Dixon, Brian Miller, Joey Gall, and Kenny Burcham. Left to right. Tight end is Colin Young, Hayden Welch, Nick Spurgis, the wide receivers. Sullivan and Ferturo in the backfield.
Nice run by
That's
Ben Tobin. He's brought down at the 45-yard line. So that's a first down Knights.
And Luke Johnson is the quarterback.
Johnson, a 6'1" senior quarterback, great leadership. He's been a 3-year starter for the Knights.
2-sport athlete for FCA. He's quite a baseball player.
Oh yeah, he's a great pitcher, just a great all-around player. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Welch and Spurgis give the Ferturo again, who's been looking nice as he crosses midfield, keeps his legs moving. Gets across midfield to about the 46-yard line. He's second down and 2 after a gain of 8. Spurgis to the bottom of your screen, Hayden Welch to the top as receivers. I formation, play action, looking long for Welch, and Luke's gonna overthrow him. And that's something the Knights like to do. They like to set up the pass by running. Very good at play action. Hayden's very good at creating space between him and his defender, and that's how they scored a majority of their points last year, with a long pass by Johnson to Welch.
And Hayden Welch and Luke Johnson are 2 of the high school football players to keep an eye on. So says the Eagle Gazette in their special section this past week.
Welch was the Eagle Gazette Offensive Player of the Year, so yeah, he's definitely a guy to look out for.
Fumble.
A fumble on the play. It's number 22, Kyle Cassidy. He's going, and he's gone. Touchdown, Lakers.
Alex Blake was the one who recovered that fumble and took it to the house. Just like that, we're tied up at 6 with 4:55 to go here in the first quarter. And that injects some life into Millersport.
That was just good penetration by Blake. I mean, no one saw him coming. Johnson had his back turned to him, wasn't ready for it, and fumbled the ball. Lakers weren't ready for that.
Penalty flag on the play. A lot of first game mistakes so far. So we're tied at 6 with 4:55 to go. And that penalty's on the Lakers. So FCA now will be on the receiving end for the kickoff.
A nice crowd from both schools represented tonight.
Stands are pretty well full here on the Millersport side, and FCA on the other side, they travel well. They're standing.
They do.
And we'll be doing a lot of traveling this season, won't we?
Yeah. Yes, we will.
A lot of road games. FCA has their home schedule again at New Lexington, but I think the first home game isn't until like 4 or 5 weeks into the season.
They play Fisher Catholic next week at Fulton Field. We will be the home team, but it's just nice to have that inner city rivalry in the heart of Lancaster at Fulton Field at Lancaster High School.
I know the kids are looking forward to playing at Fulton Field again. There's a nice kickoff.
That's Welch across the 20 to the 30, keeps going to the 40. That's where he is tripped up and brought down. So first down and 10 Knights at the 40-yard line.
This will be a third possession for FCA. They scored on their first possession. Sam Faturo with a 5-yard scamper. Alex Blake for Millersport with a fumble recovery. We're tied at 6 as both teams missed the extra point.
2 receivers out for the Knights, Spurgis and Hayden Welch. Sam Faturo in the backfield. Ben Tobin, your fullback. Get the Faturo again. Nice move. Another nice move. Brought down at the 49-yard line. I believe he'll have enough for a first down. And Sam, a newcomer to the Knights this year, him and his brother Bobby, looking very good in this opening quarter.
Timeout for a measurement.
And it's going to be close. From up here, from our perspective, it looked like he got the first down, but we shall see.
Sam Faturo and Bobby are no strangers to FCA. They've attended there before.
Yep.
They took a year or two off. They left us. Came back this year.
Yep.
So welcome back with open arms. I was talking to some of the players and like welcoming a family member back home.
And it is indeed a first down for the Knights.
The FCA right side of their offensive line's been opened up some huge holes, led by Kenny Burcham and Joey Gall. Joey's been playing at right guard to start the season, and Joey's quite a competitor.
Oh, yeah.
Played pretty much exclusively last year on defense.
Yeah, he's a linebacker, and he's very good at that. So he's one of the captains for the Knights, one of 4 captains.
If you note, FCA has new uniforms this year. Red helmets, it's more of a red motif. Last year they were trimmed in blue with silver helmets. This year it's the red helmets with the FCA crest on the side of the helmet.
And movement. We'll see who it's on.
Offside.
Start on the
legal
offense.
procedure on the FCA. 4:31 to go here in the first period, tied at 6.
So it'll be first down and 15 at the Knights side of the field, the 46-yard line. Johnson looking to pass, looking long for Spurgis, and just in front of him. Almost made a fingertip catch, but just in front of him, so it'll be second down and 15.
Nick Spurgis was the tight end last year. They moved him to a wide out with the graduation of Tyler McFarland.
There was a penalty flag on the play. There was a, if I heard the announcer correctly, holding against the Lakers. You see Spurgis. That's right, holding against Millersport. And Millersport coach not happy with that call. This ball will be placed at the 39-yard line of the Lakers side of the 50-yard line. .4:11 remaining in the ball game. 6-6 your score after both teams missed their extra point try.
We've got two wide outs to the top of the screen. Spurgis and Welch.
Knights running in the I formation. Sweep left side to Fraturo. Nice run. Still going.
First down Knights.
This is brought down at the 25 or 24-yard line. Spot the ball at the 26. So still first down and 10 for the Knights. Now Coach Dobbs sends two receivers to the bottom of your screens. Welch and Spurgis. Fraturo in the backfield. Now sweep to the right side, cutting it up again. There's Sam running. He's not going to stop. And he's gone. Touchdown. For Fraturo's second touchdown run of the night.
26-yard run for Sam Fraturo. Puts FCA up by a score of 12-6.
Knights trying to kick the extra point now. Hopefully they'll have a better outcome this time. Penalty flag.
It's a sideline violation against the Knights. It's a warning.
Welch's kick is up, and it's good.
3:30 to go, first quarter. FCA takes a 13-6 lead. FCA has, when they've been able to hold on to the ball, looked rather well in this first quarter of play. First quarter action at FCA on LSN, brought to you by Thompson Concrete, full-service company offering commercial, residential, decorative, excavation, and foundation services with the ability to handle every detail of large, complex concrete projects. Thompson Concrete, located in Carroll, Ohio, can be reached at 756-7256 or online at thompsonconcrete.com.
I've been really impressed with the performance of Sam Ferturo thus far in the ball game. He's not like the FCA running backs of the past. Last year had Kenny Johnson and Austin Kane, more power runners up the middle, and they like to run the sweep plays to the left and right. He's more of a finesse style runner, so it's good to see that.
He's finding the seams and kind of a slasher, wouldn't you say?
Welch with the kickoff. Another nice kick by Hayden. Clayton Moore will return it. He's to the 20.
Bobby just laid somebody out.
Takes the kickoff.
Lane Tillman, a sophomore, in there on the stop.
So the FCA defense will come out again with 3:20 here in the first quarter.
The Lakers come out on this offensive possession, once again led by Cody Miller. There's a run up the middle. Brian Miller on the stop. Ball was spotted at the 26-yard line. 27, excuse me. So it'll be second down and 5.
Yes, sir. Oh, Joey.
A nice play by Joey Gall to get in there and sniff out that play. 2:30 and counting in the first quarter of play.
Gall, a 2-year letterman for FCA, showed on that play, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Nice job of getting separation from his man and putting Cody Miller to the dirt.
.210 to go, 3rd and 5 on the 27.
Knights put 3 men down on the line. The give, and he's going nowhere.
Way to stay home, baby.
There's a Marcus Miller. That was a nice job by senior Luke Johnson to get in there to bring up a 4th down for the Lakers, who will have to punt once again.
And 4 out.
Hayden Welch and Sam Faturo back deep for FCA. Faturo will go back to about the 45-yard line.
I believe one of the Knights players touched the ball.
And they did. I mean, if Millersport is clapping their hands, it will be whose ball? It'll be FCA's ball. Millersport thought that the ball hit Jacob Walker.
It was close.
Leg. It was close.
But nevertheless, it will be the Knights' ball. Be first down and 10 from the 40-yard line.
There's nobody on Nick. There's nobody on Nick.
Nick Spurgis wide open. And Luke Johnson just going long form and caught by Spurgis, and no one's going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown Knights.
60-yard pass, Luke Johnson to Nick Spurgis.
There's a flag on the play, though.
It's on Millersport. Holding against the Lakers. And so FCA goes up 19-6 with 1:10 to go. That's a 60-yard pass play.
And that was just simple pitch and catch. No one on Nick Spurgis, and Johnson just doing a good job of putting the ball up there and putting the ball in his hands.
Yeah, it'll probably be the easiest touchdown Luke will have this year. Maybe
probably
even
true.
in his career. So Johnson will hold and Welch will attempt the point after.
Now Johnson ready. Welch's kick is up and good. So 1:10 remaining in the first quarter of play. Knights are up over Millersport 20-6. That was in part by a 60-yard bomb from senior quarterback Luke Johnson to sophomore Nick Spurgis.
I'd like to remind you that next week we will be coming to you from Fulton Field as FCA will take on Fisher Catholic. Then we go to New Miami, Greene, Portsmouth, Notre Dame, and Miller. First home game will be against Fayetteville Perry. They'll be at New Lex, of course, on October 7th, followed by Shadyside, Youngstown Christian, and Grove City Christian, the rivalry, to conclude the season.
Boy, a lot of traveling we shall be doing.
1:10 to go here in the first quarter. 20-6, FCA up by 2 touchdowns. FCA got on the board first, 5-yard run by Sam Faturo. Point after was no good. Millersport, Alex Blake took a fumble recovery into the end zone. FCA then scored with a 26-yard run by Faturo. Point after was good, and you just saw Luke Johnson and Nick Spurgis, a 60-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown, Welch with the extra point.
Hayden Welch to kick. Clayton Moore back for the Lakers. Bobby Faturo making sure everybody's ready. Another nice kick. Received at the 10, across the 20, and brought down at the 25-yard line. Bobby Faturo in on the play.
1:03 to go, first quarter. And the Millersport offense will take the field one more time.
Got Bobby Faturo coming in for the Knights. Cody Miller in the offense will start on the 25-yard line. That was number 4, Clayton Moore. Joey Gall in on the play once again. 45 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. 20-6 your score here in Millersport, Ohio. The second down and 6 after a 4-yard run by Clayton Moore. Ball spot at the 29. 3 men in the backfield for the Millersport Lakers. With a draw play up the middle. And maybe gained a yard if anything. There's the fullback, junior Alex Blake on the carry.
And that'll do it for the first quarter play. FCA leads by a score of 20-6 over Millersport. This is FCA football on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA.
Jack Davison along with Jared Kemp, sideline reporter Dane Alexander here at Millersport High School, where FCA has a 20-6 lead over Millersport. Second quarter action at FCA and LSN brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have outside storage units for RVs and boats, and their Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage, located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. You find them on the web at ffministorage.com. Millersport, to start the second half, will be going left to right on your television screen. First game for both teams. FCA a little sloppy there in their first quarter, but they've sharpened things up a little bit.
They have. 2 touchdown runs by Sam Ferturo, and then a 60-yard pass from Johnson to Spurgis has put the Knights up by 2 scores. There's Joe Register on the carry. There's Bobby Ferturo once again in on the play. The 4th down for the Lakers. Sam Ferturo going back to receive the kick. His own 35.
Good punt.
There's Ferturo finding the seams. And Ferturo he's gone, ladies and gentlemen. 10-5 touchdown Knights. Ferturo's 3rd touchdown of the night. And boy, is Sam looking good.
That was, I believe, a 60-yard punt return for Ferturo. I think. Okay, we'll get this official later on, but that's start the second quarter, a 60-yard punt return. It's a nice way to start. So it's 26-6, just 54 seconds into the second quarter. And Hayden Welch will attempt the point after.
Kick is up and good. So Hayden Welch puts the Knights up. Be 27-6 with 11:06 remaining in this second quarter of play.
Second quarter action of FCA and LSN brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have storage units, outside storage units for RVs and boats, and their Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage, located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. You can find them on the web at ffministorage.com. 27-6, FCA up. Millersport's only touchdown was a fumble recovery taken to the house by Alex Blake in the first quarter. Welch to kick off.
Another nice kick by Welch. And Millersport will let this one go into the end zone for a touchback.
Hayden was working on his kicking in the offseason, and
it's definitely showing.
Yeah, he was working on his field goals from about 35, 40 yards out between the, between the hash marks before the game, and he was clearing the uprights with regularity.
Yep,
got a good strong leg. Tried to refine that skill over the offseason. Of course, Hayden, I don't know where he found time to do that. He plays basketball and baseball.
So ball on the 20, the first down and 10 for the Lakers. We're set up in their power formation. 3 men in the backfield. Cody Miller under center. Miller gonna keep it himself, and he's going nowhere.
Nick Spurgis, good job there. Of course, Millersport is, they have about 22, 24 players out, and they have about 5 or 6 kids that are injured. They were injured in the preseason. Kyle Muck, their center. Kyle Cassidy, a junior with a broken collarbone. Their starting quarterback, Jonah Butts, a 5'11" freshman, injured his meniscus. He hopes to be back in the next week or two. So they have some starters out.
So after a loss of 5, it'll be second down and 15, and Joey Gall once again in the backfield.
And got injury on the field. It's a Millersport player down on the, looks like the 15-yard line. And
it's getting up.
Helped up. That's number 7, Marcus Miller. Running back, also plays cornerback. He'll jog off under his own power. Millersport can ill afford to lose any more players. They're thin right now, but they have a, Coach Wiseman's done a good job. They're starting to get a system going where they're able to train the kids early on, and he's got some good young talent coming up. And he's got good senior leadership too.
He does. So 1 receiver out for the Lakers at the bottom of your screen. 3 running backs. And trying to go up the middle and nowhere. Ben Tobin in on the play. There's Alex Blake.
Good to see Dustin Weaver out there playing. He had neck surgery last year and didn't play at all. And Dusty is, of course, the son of Roger Weaver, one of our sponsors, and good to see Dusty out there. Another punt for Millersport, 9:20 to go here in the first half.
See what Ferturo does here, and they try to keep it away from him, and Hayden Welch.
Horse collar down at the 30.
No call.
We're going to be interviewing Jeff Stought, principal at Millersport High School, at the half, so stay tuned for that. We'll try to get Dane Alexander, our erstwhile sideline reporter, to interview with Coach on the sidelines.
So the Knights will start this drive, first down and 10, deep in Millersport territory on the 30-yard line. 2 receivers out. Play action, bootleg from Johnson, throwing it up.
Nice catch by Hayden.
And that's Hayden's first reception of the night, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 25-yard pass play from Johnson to Welch down at the 5. So first down and goal. Look for Sam Fraturo to get the ball here. Excuse me, it's Ben Tobin. And he's in, touchdown after muscling his way through the line. That's Ben's first touchdown of the season.
5-yard run. So Ben Tobin gets on the board.
The score now 33-6 with 8:50 remaining in the first half of play.
And the offensive line, which was a question coming into tonight's ball game, they're showing themselves well thus far.
Great leadership by the two captains on the line, as Welch's kick is up and good. Those two captains, Kenny Burcham and Joey Gall, both on the right side. Joey a guard and Kenny a tackle, really brought up this young FCA line. And Jackie Wright, they're looking very, very good here in this early part of the ball game. So 34-6 your score, 8:50 remaining. I'd like to thank our crew for tonight. JT Burcham, the head of the FCA Media Department. Josh Hamill, Caleb Kander down in the trailer with him. And on camera, Andrew Lindell, Jeremy Hall, Alex Carroll, and Austin Starkey. And I'm Jared Camp alongside with Jack Davidson up here in the box.
And our sponsors for LSN and LSN football, FCA football and LSN, Service Master Clean by Todd George, Fairfield Christian Church, Weaver Law Offices, Fairfield Mini Storage, Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Ohio University Lancaster, N-Focus Consulting, Redeemer Lutheran Church, and Thompson Concrete.
Bobby Fraturo with a nice tackle. The last few kickoffs, Bobby's been in there.
Like a missile.
Oh. The Fraturo brothers making their names known tonight.
It's a beautiful night here for football, isn't it?
It is.
And I got the Sweet Corn Festival here next week at Millersport. We did a game, I think, 2 years ago, and it was during the Sweet Corn Festival, and it was great to see all the lights over there. I kind of missed the Sweet Corn Festival this weekend because I was going to go over there for dinner before the game. You got a fumble, or
they're saying fumble?
Bobby Fraturo is saying there's a fumble, and FCA came up with it. Jordan Bennett.
Jordan, a senior for this FCA squad.
He is a small nose tackle, but man, is he quick.
He's very quick.
He is so quick.
He told me he was playing line, and I thought he was joking. I'm like,
I thought because last year he played defensive backfield.
He was a safety cornerback. He told me today he was playing, tackle. I didn't believe him, but I sure do now. Good job by Jordan getting in there. So 2 receivers out to the top of your screen, and nice run up the middle, touchdown.
Boy, what a hole.
That was nice. Tony Welch with his first touchdown. Even faked me out. There was a Johnson looked like he's run a sweep to the outside, give it to Welch, cutting to the left side and walked into the end zone.
Tony Welch with a 40-yard touchdown run.
And your score as of now, 40-6.
And the left side of that line, that was, let's see, I think that was Josh Coleman and Mark Davidson, along with Brian Miller, the center. I mean, it drove a truck through that.
Well, Johnson did a good job of selling the run to the outside, but yeah, nice job by the left side of the line. Welch's kick is up and good. 41-6 your score.
The whole line has been doing it, and Austin Dixon has started, and Austin did a wonderful job. They had Austin Dixon at guard and Josh Coleman at left tackle. They moved Coleman into left guard and put Mark at left tackle here, so they got some versatility on the line, which is good to see. I mean, you know, the old adage is you win in the trenches, and that was, like you said, coming in tonight, Jared. That's a strong point. In the past, last year they went 9-0 in the regular season. The offensive line with Cody Eckert,
John King.
I mean, they just opened some huge holes, and the guys just ran through them. And they're young this season, but they got some strength. This team will go as far as the offensive line and defensive line takes them. 8:15 to go, first half, 41-6, FCA up.
And as the season goes on, they will be tested more and more, so we will see how the line will do. And the Lakers
that's
on the one.
It's on the line. Okay, that's a touchback.
Ooh, that was
close. That was close.
Millersport lucky to get that one.
So that's the third touchback tonight for FCA, thanks to our statistician, John Parmenter, who was able to tell us that. Looks like FCA is putting some different players in to give them some experience. Up now 41-6. So we will try our best to tell you who's in. Got some different players playing different positions as well. All in a opportunity to try to create some depth. Got Austin Mosley now playing at the left end.
That's the give to number 4, Clayton Moore.
There's a nice play there by Bobby Faturo.
That's Bobby Faturo getting the tackle again. So the gain of 3 will be second down and 7.
It's good to see the Faturo brothers. Bobby's a sophomore and Sam's a junior.
That's
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So Faturo brothers will be here to stay for a couple more years.
And they got a whistle and a penalty on the play. No, it's a timeout, Millersport. So 7:32 to go here in the first half. FCA leads by a score of 41-6. I want to thank our sponsors, FCA Football and LSN, Service Master Clean, Todd George, Service Master Clean. You can call him at 687-1077. Fairfield Christian Church is a sponsor, along with the Weaver Law Offices serving Central Ohio. And Roger Weaver, good friend of FCA Sports. And give Roger a call for all of your legal needs. Fairfield Mini Storage is a sponsor, as well as Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. They are our halftime sponsor. Now, University Lancaster is a sponsor, along with N Focus Consulting, Redeemer Lutheran Church, and Thompson Concrete. Also want to remind you that the Taste of Home Cooking School comes to Fairfield Christian Church Tuesday, September 13th from 7 to 9. Tickets are available through the Eagle Gazette and Carnival Foods. Go to the LancasterEagleGazette.com/tasteofhome to get your tickets. You can also enjoy a vendor expo starting at 4:30. Also want to remind you, this program will be available on demand, and you can watch again at your convenience, fairfieldmedia.tv. You can hear Jared in your dreams.
All right.
Jared could put you to sleep at night. They just go to fairfieldmedia.tv. See, I put people to sleep on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
All right, so you listen to Jared, and he'll put you to sleep at night. Actually, that's how I, when the kids wouldn't go to sleep, I put them in the car and start preaching to them. They'd fall right to sleep. Coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the first half, 41-6, FCA up, and we'll have Jeff Stought, Millersport principal, at halftime.
After a 2-yard gammy, 3rd down and 5 for Millersport. Run up the middle by number 4, Clayton Moore, excuse me.
And that it'll be 4th down now. I have to ask Jeff, about what he thinks of Dale Dixon. Now, Dale is Austin Dixon's dad, and Dale is the new superintendent down at Byrne Union and Millersport. They're sharing superintendents, so we'll try to get the inside scoop of what he really thinks about Austin's dad, huh? Think he'll tell us? If he wants to keep his job.
If he wants to keep his job, that's right. That's got to be a tough job. Superintendent of 2 different schools. I mean, wow.
They're doing it to save money, and there's a bad snap. Yeah, that's a safety.
So 43-6 your score after the safety, which means Millersport will be kicking the ball off to the Knights. More of a drop kick, I guess. There you see Sam and Hayden Welch. Sam having an outstanding game. Had 2 rushing touchdowns, one from 15 yards out and one from 5 yards, and then he took back a nice punt return back to the house.
So Millersport will have a free kick at their 20, and FCA will send out the return team. 43-6 your score. Nice punt.
Nice kick. And there they go. Brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a 30-yard return. We'll say 29-yard return. They're going to set it at the 36. That's a nice run back by Hayden Welch. First and 10 on the 36.
Knights have, majority of their drives have been short fields, so that has been field position has been good for the Knights thus far in the game.
And they did a lot of that last year too, didn't they?
They did.
They had a defense turn the ball over and to the offense in good field position.
Give to Sam once again, making a nice move.
He won't be put down.
Sam keeps on going, keeps the legs moving. They're trying to tackle him high. Sam, I mean, not the tallest guy in the world. He's 5'9", 165-pound junior. Having a great game as he gets the first down. .545 remaining in the first half of play. 43-6 your score here in Millersport. The Knights over the Lakers. Give to Tobin. He's got a hole. Is he in? Touchdown. Tobin's second touchdown run of the ball game. So 49-6 now your score. Tobin usually in the power running situation, breaking off some nice long runs in this game.
So Tobin with a 5-yard touchdown run and a 25-yard touchdown run. Tony Welch with a 40-yard touchdown run. And Sam Faturo with a 26-yard touchdown run and a 5-yard touchdown run. PAT is good by Welch.
Sam's at 88.
And it's got Sam Faturo at 88 yards. Nick Spurgis has 60 yards receiving. Hayden Welch has 25 yards receiving. Faturo with 88 yards rushing. Tobin with 41 yards rushing. Hayden Welch has 11 yards rushing. And passing, Luke has 85 yards rushing. So thanks to John Parmenter for that. We had Kyle Burgess doing that last year for us, and Kyle's gone on, I think, to Ohio Dominican to play golf.
That's right.
And they lost a couple good golfers with Kyle and Tyler Alexander, but the golf team's done rather well.
They have Clayton Christopher, Justin Potocnik,
Luke Sheets,
and senior Jesse Brake coming on the varsity squad this year. And also senior Jeff Workman.
That's coached by Roger Hooper. You know him from our basketball program.
Short kickoff, the 30-yard line. Coach is telling the players to pick up the ball. So first down and 10, Millersport from their own 30-yard line. 5:27 remaining in the second quarter. (50-6) your score. The FCA Knights dominating over the Millersport Lakers.
Timeout Lakers. Looks like what? Austin Mosley in for FCA.
And also number 14, Tyler Stevens, 5'9", 150-pound sophomore.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting FCA football on LSN. Service Master Clean. Call Todd George at 687-1077. Fairfield Christian Church. You can go online and get all the information from Fairfield Christian Church at www.fairfieldcc.com. Roger Weaver Law Offices serving the Central Ohio. There you see Roger's beautiful picture. Kind of looks like Dusty, doesn't he?
He does.
He does. Dusty's his son. Also our sponsors are Fairfield Mini Storage. Go online, ffministorage.com. Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Ohio University Lancaster, and Focus Consulting, Thompson Concrete, and Redeemer Lutheran Church. So, Millersport will start this drive on their own 30.
Millersport puts two men in the backfield, one receiver to the top of your screen, Cody Miller, the quarterback. And he gives it to number 4. That's Clayton Moore, and he has a nice run up to the 40.
He may have enough for a first down.
I believe he does.
Nice little misdirection play there. It's Millersport the first down.
Sophomore number 27, Jacob Walker, in on the stop. And Jacob has turned out to be a fine receiver. I saw him play at the scrimmage at New Lexington, and later on in the ball game, Tony Welch threw him a couple touchdown passes, so look out for that kid. Number 7, Marcus Miller, tries to run up the middle and gets nothing.
.453 and counting to go in the first half. FCA up 50-6. Next week, you'll be able to watch FCA football on LSN. It'll be FCA and Fisher, what is turning out to be a nice little football rivalry. Played last year, and FCA surprised Fisher. Fisher was favored going into the game, and that game was really an impetus for to get FCA off the ground to have a great season.
Nice move by Cody Miller, and he's down in FCA territory at the 40-yard line.
It's about a 21-yard gain from Miller.
One of the best runs for the night for Millersport.
Using a little deception.
Last couple plays of misdirection, and they've worked.
And that's all part of football. And if you get I read in the EG today, talking about Lancaster's game against Logan, and Coach Rob Carpenter was talking about how a good fake is worth a block or two. And if you can carry out a good fake, and Lancaster running that wing T offense, they have a lot of fakes and gain a lot of yardage that way. Get a good fake, it does a lot.
Got Levi Thrasher, newcomer to the Knights, a senior. It's nice to see Levi get some playing time in there. Also Levi Bailey, a freshman.
Levi and Levi. Sounds like a law firm, doesn't it? I have a feeling we'll be saying those names over the course of the next couple years, huh? Levi and Levi.
Miller gives the ball off, and a swarm of Knights collide on the ball carrier. Dustin Weaver in there again.
And we got a timeout, and that's timeout Millersport. 2:46 to go here in the first half. FCA leads by a score of 50-6. Gives us a chance to talk about our sponsors. FCA Game of the Week on LSN, brought to you by Service Master Clean by Todd George, cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County. They'll help you get clean and stay that way at work, at home, when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence and their promise to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 687-1077. Thanks to Todd George for sponsoring FCA football on LSN. The second quarter, FCA football on LSN brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have outside storage units for RVs and boats, and they're Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. Find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
All right, Jack, I'll put you on the spot. What has impressed you the most about FCA in this first half action?
Their line play.
Indeed.
Their line play.
I was going to say that.
Because it was really an unknown, and Coach Daubenmire, when he was interviewed in the Eagle Gazette, said, it's going to be a question, and they're opening holes, and this is not, while they're up 50-6. The strength of Millersport is their offensive defensive line, because they have some strong players there. You look at Ben Little, 6 foot, 315. John Reed, a defensive tackle, 6 foot, 240. They have some size on their offensive defensive line, and the FCA's line has done very well, I think.
It'll be interesting to see as the competition gets harder how the line play will go along. But I expect Coach Daubenmire will put them to the test in practice, and they will be just fine.
And it doesn't hurt that the players now, such as Josh Coleman, Austin Dixon, they were schooled. They played against Cody Eckert, John King, and they got beat up in practice the past 2 years.
That's an understatement.
So they have grown. And they've improved, and now it's their time to step up. Coach Daubenmire talks about generational football, and that, this is the next generation, so to speak. And the older kids will school the younger kids, so that in the next year or two, they can continue to feed the system. That misdirection did not work. And Dusty Weaver snuffed that one out. And that'll turn the ball over to FCA on downs. With 1:42 to go, 50-6, Knights up by, okay, you're a senior, you do the math. How much are they up by? 44, right?
It's the third day of school.
Third day of school. There you go. There you go. And what are you majoring in when you get to college?
Media.
Okay, 'cause, not math, huh?
Nope.
No.
I'm trying to get away from that.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell Mr. Garrett and Mrs. Ralph about that. Yeah.
Thanks.
You have any math classes this year?
I won with Mr. Garrett.
You will with Mr. Garrett?
I have.
Oh, yeah? What are you taking?
CP Algebra.
College prep algebra?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand that's a kind of an eclectic course in the sense of, or is that, yeah, it's kind of an eclectic course in that you do budgeting, you do all sorts of different stuff. Logistics, graphs, statistics.
Stats, yep.
So it gives you, runs the full gamut.
Your son Mark sits beside me, so I mean, I hope he's smart in math because, you know, I'm certainly not.
No comment. We got Tony Welch playing quarterback. And that play was snuffed out by the Millersport defense. It's like we got some of the younger players for FCA playing. Can you identify some of those, Jared? Because they're newer numbers for me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Well, you go to school with these kids. I figured you might be able to, you know, learn body type or something.
Third day of school.
Third day of school, okay. We'll learn the numbers as the season goes on. Coming up on 1 minute to go here in the first half. Jeff Stought will be our...
Got Bobby Furturo there as the running back, and he's across midfield. Flag flies, and he's down at the 44-yard line. So both Furturos getting their hands on the ball.
We'll have Jeff Stought, Millersport principal, up here in the booth. Talk to him for a few minutes.
So after that run, still trying to sort out the penalty. I'm going to say that's a block in the back against the Knights. So that will back them up.
See if we can give you. We got Colin Blackwell, looks like playing tight end.
Tyler Stevens,
Caleb
receiver.
Bailey's in there. Dustin Mitchell, I think, for FCA. Number 42,
Lane
Tolman. Nice gain. 45.4 seconds to go, first half.
Lane, a good baseball player, had the privilege to play with him last baseball season. And shown his moves at the fullback position.
What position did Lane play in baseball?
Baseball, he played, he was a good pitcher, played shortstop, second.
Okay.
Even played some catcher for us as well. Lane getting the ball again and going nowhere. It was a good rush by the Millersport defense. Their middle linebacker was Alex Blake was coming up and put pressure on him.
20 seconds to go. This is FCA's second string offense, but this is, I mean, you can see the strength of the Millersport defense. I mean, these kids, this defensive line is a stout defensive line. I'm wondering how FCA's offensive line would do coming into the game.
Give to Bobby once again, finding a hole. He's across the 30, down at the 28, and that's the first half at the ball. Millersport, excuse me. Your first half score, 50-6, FCA over the Millersport Lakers. This has been FCA football on LSN.
Have you ever thought about what makes school sports so great?
School sports are great because of our coaches, who not only teach the game, but also teach lifelong skills like hard work, teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
School sports are great because they keep things in the proper perspective. It's great to strive to be the best and try to win, but school sports also strive to develop the best students, teammates, and leaders of tomorrow.
School sports are great because they are truly a community event. Local communities pack the house for crosstown rivalries, pep rallies, and team celebrations, and community media outlets cover and support these events.
The privilege of participating in school sports is one of the most exciting experiences of a young person's life. That's because school sports are great.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Service Master Clean by Todd George, cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County, 740-687-1077.
In Focus Consulting, the data agency, online at infocusconsulting.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster, online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Welcome to Nightlife from Fairfield Christian Academy. I'm JT Burcham, Media Director, and today I'm honored to be talking with Melissa Lentz from PDHC. Welcome, Melissa. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. You've got a great event coming up this fall. Actually, two great events, not one. You have to have two.
Yeah, of course. We have to have two. I am with Pregnancy Decision Health Center. We shorten it down to PDHC, and our annual banquet fundraiser is coming up, and we have two, like you mentioned. The first in Columbus, September 15th at the Villa Milano banquet facility, and the second right here in Lancaster at Fairfield Christian Church on October 6th. So we're really excited.
Well, and thank you for detailing what PDHC is. I apologize there. What is the basic mission and focus of the Pregnancy Decision Health Center?
Pregnancy Decision Health Center was started to help women with unplanned pregnancies, or like we like to say, unexpected pregnancies, because as we all know, all pregnancies are planned by God. So we say unexpected pregnancies, and we offer material aid, assistance, education, free pregnancy tests, ultrasound. All of our services are free. We also offer post-abortion support for anybody that's been touched by abortion.
Cool. And again, you talked about the two events. Bruce Wilkinson is in Columbus, and what was that date again?
The September banquet is September 15th, and Dr. Wilkinson will be there. We're very excited. It's a rare opportunity to have Dr. Wilkinson come into our community, and he is, I guess, doing a phenomenal job. I've never heard him speak, although I did read his book this week, The Prayer of Jabez. That's what he's most well known for, but I think he's written over 60 books.
Wow. And then in October, I believe, is the next event, and that's right here in Lancaster.
Right. Pregnancy Decision Health Center has 4 locations, 3 in Columbus, and we actually have a location right here in Lancaster on Main Street by the fire station, a cute little house that sits there. So we try to offer an opportunity for people to come and learn about our ministry and help support our ministry right here in Lancaster as well. Typically, most people are used to our banquets being back-to-back, the Columbus and Lancaster. We were not able to do that this year, and then Fairfield Christian offered their space to us here in Lancaster. So we'll have David Mahan October 6th at Fairfield Christian Church, and David is a personal friend. He started in the pregnancy help movement several years ago. Tremendous father of 4, great leader, great man, dynamic speaker. He's the president and founder of Frontline Youth Communications, and he speaks a lot on legacy, on teaching our children, our men and women, what motherhood, fatherhood, character, integrity. He's just amazing to listen to.
Very cool. Now, I understand that costs have already been covered. This is really a gather information meeting that folks can come to for free, yes?
Yeah, it is. Our events have been underwritten by generous supporters that want other people to be able to attend our banquet to learn about our ministry without worrying about costs. That being said, it is a fundraising banquet, so a financial appeal will be made at the end of the evening. And it is also an adults-only event. Seating is limited, and you'd need to register for both events or either event at pdhc.org/banquet, and you can register online. You can host a table in Columbus. The tables seat 10. Here in Lancaster, the tables will seat 8. So you could host a table, have a nice evening, nice food, fellowship with friends and family, and come and hear our message and learn about PDHC.
Well, Melissa, it's been nice meeting you and hearing about the event, and we look forward to it. Again, they can register or learn more information online at
pdhc.org/banquet. Gets you there a little quicker, and we'd love to have you come out for either Bruce Wilkinson or David Mahan here in Lancaster.
Very cool. Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening. You've been watching Nightlife from Fairfield Christian Academy. This halftime show brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home.
Back here at Millersport High School, where FCA leads by a score of 50-6 over Millersport. We have Millersport Principal Jeff Stought here. Jeff, welcome to the halftime show brought to you by Frankie Smith Funeral Home. You have a new superintendent.
Yes, we do.
On board, Dale Dixon.
Yes, we
Dale's
do.
a good friend of FCA athletics. His son Austin goes to FCA. How's that working out with Dale? He hasn't started yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. Hasn't started yet. He starts in October. Okay, and I think it's great. I personally feel it's a great opportunity. You know, the timing was perfect for Bern Union and for Millersport to get into this type of situation. It's only the second school systems that have done it in Ohio. You know, we're being the second ones, and I think it's a great opportunity. I think we got a great man in Dale.
Dale's
to lead
class
us.
act, and he's going to do a great job at Millersport and Bern Union. This is your first year as principal?
Yes, it is.
How's that working
Oh,
for
it's
you?
working out great. You know, I feel very fortunate, very privileged to have this position here. You know, I've been here for 15 years and done a little bit of everything, and you know, when the opportunity presented itself and Mr. Thornton asked me to do that, you know, I thought the time was right, and the community's been very supportive. The students have been very supportive, and this first week of school has been great. It's been fantastic.
Now, you have some new facilities here. You have a new field house, and why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we've been working on that. 2 years ago, we got our new track out here. We have a beautiful 8-lane track out here, and then the boosters got together, and we decided to put a new field house out here. Used to be our restroom facilities was in the school, so that makes it a little difficult for people to travel in and out, but now we have our restroom facilities out here. With the boosters and the school got together, we got a brand new field house with concession stand, and you know, I'm just so proud of this facility. We're making improvements on it. I mean, we're continually doing that.
You
yes.
have great community support here at Millersport, don't you?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, like, once again, I go back to saying how privileged I am to be here at Millersport. I went to school here, graduated from here, you know, and I've been here now for 15 years. And our community, not very big community. Our school system's not very big, but the fan support is tremendous. You know, we have you can't see it, but we have a tremendous crowd here tonight. I've talked to people already, and you can't really see how it looks, but I've got people that are parked over in the elementary school because there's just no parking around here to get here. So we have a great attendance. Our fan support is great, and they really back their kids. You know, both from an academic standpoint and from an extracurricular standpoint.
What's going on academically quickly here in Millersport?
Well, you know, we are a 7 through 12 building, okay, and you know, classes aren't very big. You know, we have our junior high mixed right in with our high school, and so you know, our younger kids are mixing in with our older kids and kind of looking and seeing what's going on. And but our older kids, they take care of business in the classroom. We've been in 1 week of school so far. We've got off to a tremendous start. Teachers have done a great job. The kids have been really cooperative, and as I walk around the hallways the last couple days, it's quiet, and it looks like they're taking care of business in there.
And right over your shoulder, you can't see it because everything's black, but the Sweet Corn Festival starts this coming Thursday, and how's that work out for the school?
Well, that is the big event here in town. The parade kicks off on Wednesday, and you know, that's one thing kind of our kids like about it. We've gone to school this week. We're going to go Monday and Tuesday, and then boom, we're back out for a 3-day break. Add Labor Day into it, you get another one. But Sweet Corn Festival is a big opportunity for our community. They all come together. We have a lot of fundraisers in there. It is the big fundraiser for the academics, for boosters, for classes, and even to the point where every one of our students that come through this district, when they're seniors, have the opportunity to go on a long class trip. Right now, the class trip consists of a few days at Disney World and a cruise. And all they have to do is decide they want to do it, put in their time. The Sweet Corn Festival is a big fundraiser over there. And by the time they're all said and done, that they put in the time, they're going to make the money and basically get that free class trip out of it. So.
And after that pitch, you'll have a lot of people open and enrolling here at Millersport.
You know, that would be great. I mean, Sweet Corn Festival is a great time of the year for us. It's a big festival put on by our Millersport Lions Club, who, by the way, is a tremendous supporter of not just the community, but our school and everything. So it's a great thing for us.
Thanks for joining us,
Jack,
Jeff Stought, Millersport principal. We'll be back with third quarter action. FCA leads 50-6 on LSN.
Father is the most important job in a man's life, but it doesn't have to be hard. Play catch, go to a park or visit a zoo. Help your child with their homework. Sit down together for dinner. Ask them how their day was. Things get busy, and sometimes we all fall short. But the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Back here at Millersport High School, Jack Davison along with Jared Camp, statistician John Parmenter. FCA and LSN halftime show was brought to you by, in part, Frankie Smith Funeral Home in Lancaster, Ohio, the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore, Ohio. They have a long and excellent history of serving our community in time of loss. Frankie Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com. Third quarter action, FCA and LSN, brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, athletics, theater at Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, online at lancaster.ou.edu. Halftime stats are statistician John Parmenter. Jared, what are they?
Well, for rushing tonight for the Knights, Sam Fraturo having an outstanding game, 88 total yards. It's followed by Ben Tobin with 41 yards, Hayden Welch with 11, Sam's brother Bobby Fraturo with 16 yards, and Lane Toman at 16 yards as well. Receiving for the Knights, not a big passing game, and they haven't had to. The ground game is such has had such good runs tonight. Nick Spurgis had a 60-yard touchdown bomb from Luke Johnson. Hayden Welch with 25 yards receiving as well. 257 total yards in the first half of play, and most of that due to the rushing attack of the Knights. On defense, Joey Gall leads the way, 4 tackles. Kenny Burchin with 2, Ben Tobin with 2, Sam Fraturo with 2, and you see Tony Welch with 1, Nick Spurgis with 2. Third quarter action about to start. Millersport will be kicking off to begin the second half. Low kickoff returned by an up back.
Sam Fraturo.
Sam, and he's won't be stopped. He's down at the 39-yard line, so that's where the Knights will come out for their first offensive possession of the second half. And most likely we'll see the second and third team players get some action in.
Well, we got Luke Johnson out there quarterback, and it looks like we have some first teamers out there. First team offense is there. They're moving them around a little bit. So we've got Josh Coleman at left tackle, and Austin Dixon, Brian Miller, Joey Gall, and Kenny Burcham are on the line to start.
A little screen pass out. Left side, nice move. 40, 35, still going down at the 30. That was Hayden Welch, his second reception.
And that's just a little pitch and catch, and let Hayden's athleticism take over.
So with that long pass play from Johnson to Welch, there'll be first down and 10 from the 30-yard line in Millersport territory. Got Hayden Welch to the top of your screen. Wide left and wide right is Nick Spurgis heading up to the line. They give the Sam Fraturo. And he's stopped after gain of maybe 2.
Sam Fraturo opened the scoring for FCA. They got the ball on a turnover to start the game, started the drive at the 20. Fraturo had a 15-yard run and then scored the next possession on a 5-yard touchdown run to give FCA an early 6-0 lead.
So after a 2-yard gain by Fraturo, it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 28-yard line. Fraturo again finding a seam. There goes Sam spinning his way through the holes, and a nice run by Sam Fraturo, and boy, he's getting close to 100 yards.
Well, I would say
if he's not already.
He would be over 100 yards at that one, because he had 88 coming into the second half, and that was over a 12-yard gain. So he's well over 100 yards to start this the 2011 campaign.
Be 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Johnson dropping back to pass. He's looking long, diving, no.
Colin Young was the intended receiver. Good effort by Colin. There's a flag on the play.
See what the call is from the referee, Charles Worthen.
Personal foul FCA, personal foul Millersport. So those offset, and we'll do it again.
It's a ball on the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10. Knights. Two referees conferring with each other.
Just making certain that they're on the same page. 1st down still for the Knights.
So Johnson on a bootleg, passes out, wide open, touchdown. That was Hayden Welch. That's Hayden's 1st touchdown reception of the season. His 3rd reception of the day, and that adds to this huge FCA lead over Millersport. So after catching the touchdown, Hayden Welch will try for the extra point. Pressure from the Lakers, but no problem for Hayden Welch. His kick is up and good. So
10:21 to go, 3rd quarter, 57-6, FCA up. 3rd quarter action, FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, athletics, or in theater at Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, online at lancaster.ohio.edu. We were fortunate enough to do a basketball game out there last year, and great facilities at OUL, and hope that we can do another one this year. Great people out there. It's a great asset for Lancaster and Fairfield County.
So Hayden Welch will be set to kick off for the Knights. He's had a few touchbacks here tonight. And that's fielded by number 4, Clayton Moore. He brings it across the 20 to maybe the 21. So it'll be 1st down and 10 Lakers.
10:10 to go here in the third quarter. Score was tied at 6 early in the first quarter, and then FCA has just been steamrolling here.
Cody Miller, the quarterback, and that play going nowhere.
Bobby, he's going down inside. He's not staying outside. Not that it matters right now.
Fumble recovered by Millersport. Loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11 on the 21. FCA's looked dominant here in the first game. And you just kind of wonder what kind of season they're going to have.
Well, the competition as the season progresses gets stronger. So yes, it'll be very interesting to see how they cope with that kind of talent. I mean, Shadyside will be coming to New Lex, and Shadyside the runner-up in the state playoffs. So it should be a good, interesting, and exciting season for the Knights.
And Shadyside was the runner-up, but they lost to, was it Delphi St. John, like 70-6. I mean, and Shadyside's an outstanding program, but they got blown out of the water in the championship game. They always have a good team.
Yes.
We were down in that neck of the woods against
St. John's.
St. John's Central last year.
The Knights won, I believe, 70-7 in that ball game. And that play going nowhere. That was Brian Miller, the sophomore, getting in on the tackle. So 4th down coming up for the Lakers, and they will have to punt it away deep in their own territory. The Knights send Sam Fraturo back near midfield to receive the punt. And Sam already had a punt return for a touchdown, so look out for Sam.
Oh, man. Get away, guys.
Takes a Millersport bounce. Hayden Welch with the ball on the 43.
And Hayden Welch hit hard out of bounds. It was a nice run back, though.
It was a nice tackle by Sam Little. Kind of rodeoed him down, didn't he? I mean, it's something that we would think Austin Kane would have done in past years. Austin was a kind of a... Didn't Austin ride in the rodeo?
He did. He was a bull rider. He still does, I believe. And that's the kind of play he had. Hard-nosed football. So 1st down at the 38-yard line in Millersport territory. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Luke Johnson looking to pass. Had a draw play beautifully set up by Johnson to Sam Fraturo. And he's across the 30 to maybe the 29-yard line.
Austin Dixon had an outstanding block on the defensive tackle for Millersport, and that gain is credited really more to Austin's blocking.
Yes. Be 2nd down and 1 from the 29. Give to Tobin, making people miss, and he is down at the 10. So it'll be 1st down and 10 after a nice run by sophomore Ben Tobin.
He just went right over Brian Miller, the center.
And this Knights offensive line continuing to impress everybody here. Be 1st and goal from the 9.
Okay.
Spurgis to the bottom of your screen. Hayden Welch to the top.
Yeah.
Give to Sam, and he's still going.
It's
diving ahead.
That's Sullivan.
Zach Sullivan. Touchdown, Zach Sullivan, excuse me. Sullivan, a junior. He's the punter for the Knights, and Puts 6 points up for the Knights. Nice run by Zach Sullivan.
Of course, we see Zach running the point for FCA basketball. He's quite an accomplished athlete in football and basketball. So Hayden Welch on for the point after. 63 to 6, 6:40 to go, and
Hayden's kick is up and good once again.
Third quarter action, FCA and LSN, brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, athletics, or in theater at OUL and OUP. Online at lancaster.ou.edu. Hayden Welch to kick off again.
Now I would expect to see more of the second team and third team to come out for the Knights after that scoring drive, capped off by a touchdown run by Zach Sullivan. There's Hayden's kick, another nice one, and fumbled, but Marcus Miller with the ball. Fumble on the play.
And FCA, it looks like, comes up with it.
It's been those kind of mistakes that have killed Millersport tonight. Just given the Knights outstanding field position, and they have taken full advantage of it. So the Knights will send their offense back out onto the field. 6:29 remaining in the third quarter. 64-6, your score here in Millersport, Ohio.
Now we have some of the younger kids for FCA coming in. It'll be actually it'll be
it's their defense. FCA's defense coming out. Excuse me. They're saying that fumble was caused by the ground. So Millersport will be on offense. Cody Miller, your quarterback for Millersport. Power formation. Draw play up the middle. Nice run across the 25, down to 26. There's number 7, Marcus Miller, the junior running back, getting the carry. Sophomore Ben Tobin in on the play for FCA.
Looks like we have an entire new defensive line for FCA. Let's see, we have Wyatt Underwood out there,
freshman,
and Colin Blackwell, and Levi Bailey.
Levi also a freshman. And Cody Miller not liking what he saw when looking at the FCA defense, so he'll call a timeout.
Coach Emmets will be talking to the troops on the sideline. Mind you, our next telecast on FCA football on LSN will be next week, as FCA actually has a home game. They travel
technically,
yeah, they only travel a couple blocks to Fulton Field, and they'll take on the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish.
Fisher Catholic have a lot of new players stepping up. They lost their quarterback, Devin Messerly, who's also a good pitcher. Was a good pitcher for Fisher Catholic. So be interesting to see this matchup between the Young Irish and Fairfield Christian. .5:35 remaining in the third quarter. 64-6, still your score here at Millersport High School. Second down and 4. There's a run up the middle and going nowhere.
That was Dusty Weaver there, filling the gap.
Nice to see Dustin getting in there. Nice tackle.
Got Colin Young at linebacker, Dusty Weaver. Lane Toman in there as well.
So after a run of no gain, it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Millersport.
Kyle Stalter is the other linebacker, and
nice.
Colin Young made that tackle.
Nice job by Colin to get penetration, and Cody Miller could not go anywhere, so that will bring up 4th down. .425 and counting in the 3rd quarter of play. 4th down and 9. Coaches are telling them the Knights to get away, and they do. Ball will be just short of midfield at the 47-yard line. Expect to see some new faces on the offensive side of the ball.
Looks like we have a whole new offensive line in now for FCA. And Zach Sullivan will be quarterbacking for FCA.
This will be the 3rd quarterback you will see tonight for the Knights. Luke Johnson, obviously the starter. Then sophomore Tony Welch stepping up. And then you'll see the junior Zach Sullivan. Knights in an I formation. Give ahead to the fullback, Tobin. And he'll be just short of midfield. He'll spot the ball at the 49.
.339 to go and counting here, 3rd quarter. FCA up 64-6.
Fumble the snap.
Millersport has it. That would be Michael Popo on the fumble recovery. Senior for Millersport, linebacker.
.319 remaining in the ball, in the 3rd quarter. So Millersport with the ball at the 49-yard line, just inside Knights territory. Knights have 3 down linemen on. First pass play tipped and almost intercepted. There's Cody Miller's first pass attempt of the night, and that was a good job of the Knights to get a hand on that and almost have an interception. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 49. You have Clayton Moore checking into the ball game for the Lakers. Two men in the backfield for Millersport. Have a sweep left side, nice tackle.
Bob's getting down inside too far, Coach.
That's number 20, Jordan Brake, with a nice tackle. He'll only gain a yard. This will be 3rd down and 9. One receiver to the top of your screen, 3 men in the backfield behind Cody Miller, the quarterback. And a fumble on the play. And
FCA's got it.
Yep, referee saying FCA has the ball.
And that's Dustin Weaver on the fumble recovery.
Dustin's been all over the place tonight. Has some pretty good tackles. Now has a fumble recovery to his credit. The Knights will be at midfield. They will have the ball. First down and 10. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter.
Zach Sullivan, the quarterback, once again.
Knights fumbled the last time they had the ball. Bad exchange from the center to Zach Sullivan. Zach faking to the fullback Tobin. He took a licking as he goes to the ground. He'll lose a couple. So he's second down at 12 from the 48. .155 and counting in the third quarter. So play action, Zach's gonna throw it long and almost caught. That was
Jacob Walker was the intended receiver.
Jacob, a good receiver. Like I said before, I saw him in a scrimmage and he had a couple very long passes by Tony Welch. I believe one went for a touchdown.
FCA came in well prepared for this game. They scrimmaged Conotton Valley, Trimble, and New Lexington. New Lex and Trimble are, they have good programs year in, year out. So they played up in the competition so they could get themselves ready for this 2011 campaign.
Walker and Stevens to the bottom of your screen. Nice run by Bobby Fraturo, still going.
It's a good job to hold on to the ball.
And he's down just shy of the 30-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 31-yard line after a nice run by Bobby Fraturo.
I'd like to remind you of the Taste of Home Cooking School, Tuesday, September 13th at Fairfield Christian Church from 7 to 9. Tickets available through the Lancaster Eagle Gazette and Carnival Foods.
Zach's going to throw a screen pass out. A little too tall for Tony Welch. So second down and 10 for the Knights, about the 32-yard line.
FCA and LSN is brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
Gonna try and end around. A nice job to get away from the man. And brought down at the 20-yard line. It was Jacob Walker once again. It was a good fake by Zach Sullivan on the draw play. Good job by Walker to turn the corner and get the first down. This ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 Knights. 55 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Knights send out two receivers. Zach's going to keep himself straight up the middle. And didn't get anything. Now nearing 30 seconds.
You might be able to get one more play off.
Knights are going to have to hurry up.
12 seconds and counting. And Zach's going to call timeout. 5.4 seconds to go. FCA leads 64-6 here on FCA Football on LSN. Next week, from Fulton Field, Fisher Catholic will be the opponent. I'd like to remind you that third quarter action is brought to you by University of Lancaster and Pickerington, where class sizes are small and you get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at OUL and OU Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ou.edu. And FCA and LSN is brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com. And this program's available on demand, and you can watch it again at your convenience at fairfieldmedia.tv. That'll be a year-long thing. You can go through there and see the football games, the basketball games. I know we've had some alumni from FCA wondering how they can watch the games, and you can go to the website, download the telecast, and watch FCA Sports on LSN.
Coming out of the timeout with 5.4 seconds remaining. He's second down and 9 from the 19-yard line. And Sullivan faking the pitch. Give to Jacob Walker, and he gets stopped. And that concludes the third quarter of play here at Millersport. Knights lead 64-6. You've been watching FCA football on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohio.edu.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching.
Final 12 minutes of the game. 12 minutes on the clock. FCA leads 64-6 over Millersport. Fourth quarter action of FCA and LSN brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have storage outside for RVs and boats, and their Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. You can find them on the web at ffministorage.com. Bobby Faturo has 4 tackles on the night, 3 this last quarter.
Flag on the play as Zach's going to keep himself and throw complete to his man. Well, we'll see what the flag is, probably holding.
Sam Faturo's up to 121 yards rushing on the night. Thanks to John Parmenter for the stats. Hope you enjoy the stats that we try to give you. Adds a little more to the game, we think.
And that penalty was against the Knights. It was a legal procedure, so that will back them up.
I think that's the 7th penalty on FCA tonight. They had 5 in the first half. Lakers had 3. Had a personal foul penalty on both teams that offset earlier in the third quarter.
be 3rd down for the Knights. 2 receivers out. Zach trying to make something out of nothing. And he's just going to keep it himself. Gets across the line of scrimmage for maybe a yard.
Still a good crowd here at Millersport. Not many people have left. Next week, Millersport, I believe, takes on Lakewood here during the Sweet Corn Festival.
And you wish that was us.
It'd be nice.
11:41 remaining in this final quarter of the game.
If I go to the Sweet Corn Festival next week, it's going to have to be on a Thursday night, I think. Or maybe sometime Saturday afternoon, because I'll be going to a high school football game on Friday, and then we're doing the FCA game on Saturday night. Have to squeeze in the Sweet Corn Festival this year.
The pride and joy of Millersport. 3rd down and 5. Nice run up the middle. And down inside the 5. That was Bobby Ferturo with another nice run.
Have you ever been to the Sweet Corn Festival?
I have not.
Oh, you have not lived. Great food.
I guess not.
Great. The sweet corn is always delicious, and you know, my favorite is the donut place. I think it's the Lakewood Band Boosters run it. Great hot donuts.
Have to check into that.
I have to walk about 5 miles after I eat, though.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. I formation for the Knights. Give to Bobby once again. Fighting his way, trying to score. But stopped. And he'll be down at the 2. So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go.
Now these 2 teams are supposed to meet tomorrow morning for a JV game. And I mean, it only remains to be seen if they'll play it because a lot of the kids that they were going to play are playing tonight. It's Tony Welch in at quarterback now.
Tried to run up the middle with a fullback, but going nowhere. That was number 42, Lane Doman. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. Ball placed on the 3-yard line. 9:30 and counting here in the final quarter of play. Tony Welch under center has a bootleg, going to keep it himself, trying to turn the corner, and he's in. Touchdown.
Surprised they didn't throw a flag there as Tony was out of bounds and he was taken down on the play. But that'll make it 70-6 for FCA with 9:17 to go, and we got the point after to follow. Hayden Welch on to do the honors.
And Hayden has had a good night kicking the ball. Other than that first kicking try that had a fumbled snap from the center to Luke Johnson, he's been perfect. Let's see if he is And he is. So it'll be 71-6 is your score here with 9:17 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter action of FCA and LSN brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have outside storage units for RVs and boats, and their Lancaster source for Penske trucks and rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage, located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster. You find them on the web, ffministorage.com. Also, FCA and LSN brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com. And Taste of Home Cooking School will take place Tuesday, September 13th at Fairfield Christian Church from 7 to 9. Tickets available through the EG or Carnival Foods. Taste of Home Cooking School, September 13th. And they have a vendor display starting at 4:30. You can go out and enjoy that as well.
So now we have Hayden Welch set to kick the ball off to number 4.
That's not Hayden Welch.
Not Hayden Welch.
That's Mark Davidson.
Mark Davidson.
A little bigger than Hayden Welch.
See how Mark does. Nice kick by Mark. That ball goes out of bounds to 25. So the flags come flying.
.9:17 to go in the ball game. 71-6 the score.
Cody Miller under center for the Lakers. Pitches out. Across the 40 to the 45. Across midfield, and nice run. Dragged down at the 45.
Alex Blake. Alex has the only 6 points for Millersport tonight on a fumble recovery that he took about 30 yards for a touchdown. Sam Faturo opened the scoring up for FCA with a 5-yard run. Blake tied it with a 30 to 35-yard fumble recovery, and then Faturo with a 26-yard run, and Johnson to Spurge's 60-yard touchdown pass made it 20-6 for FCA after the first quarter. It was 50-6 at the half, and FCA has scored 3 touchdowns since.
Draw play up the middle, across the 40 down to the 30. And this is the Millersport starting offense against many a young face for the Knights.
This is where FCA, the young Knights, get the experience. And you know, talked to Coach Wiseman before the game for Millersport. He's trying to grow the program through the younger grades, and that's really what FCA has done. They have grown the program to the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade level. A lot of the kids have played the biddy ball, so to speak, for FCA about 5 to 7 years ago are now playing here on a Friday night.
Give to number 4. It's Clayton Moore. And he'll get a couple yards.
You know, you hear in the community, some naysayers say, well, FCA recruits. FCA doesn't recruit.
Yeah.
What they do is the kids that you see playing for FCA now have been in this school for a number of years. You take my son Mark, who's a junior. He's been going there since kindergarten, and a lot of
same with Luke.
Same as Luke Johnson. So these kids have gone through the program, so to speak, and the FCA coaches have developed the athletes.
Marcus Miller on the carry. And you're right, Luke Johnson, Hayden Welch.
Zach Sullivan.
Yep.
Tony Welch, the Futuros, even though they're, this is their first year here now, I mean, they've been with the program for a number of years. These are kids and families that have been committed to Christian education in Lancaster, Ohio, specifically at FCA. And FCA has done a nice job of getting coaches who share their belief system, their values, and they've been developing quality student athletes.
Flag on the play. I think there was some movement in the backfield from Millersport.
We can talk about how far FCA has come. About 5-7 years ago, we wouldn't be able to do this. Look at the experience that we have. You can name all the guys. We got Jeremy up here, and I saw it was at Andrew Lundell's down there. Of course, we got Dane Alexander. Haven't heard from him because of technical difficulties. Austin Starkey's doing the cameraman cameraman on the sidelines. It's a great experience that the student gets at FCA that helps them, later on in life.
Nice move by Cody Miller, but wrapped up in the backfield. Dropped at the 30-yard line. Coming up on 6:58 remaining in the ball game. There's Levi Bailey, the freshman, in on the stop. To be 4th and 11 at the 30. And
the FCA defense has done a great job tonight. The only score Millersport has had is on that turnover, that 30 to 35 yard fumble recovery. The defense has been pretty stout. The line has held up well against I would say a formidable offensive and defensive line from Millersport. That was going to be their strength this year.
Run play to the right, brought down just short of the 20.
The Millersport team, they played hard. They've had some kids step up to play. I know that Coach Wiseman said he's got some injured players that are going to be coming back over the next few weeks from injury. When you only have about 24 kids on the roster and you have, they're joking before the game, but you have 25% of your roster injured. That's tough. That's really tough. Kids have played well, and this is, for first game, it's good experience for both teams. Competition will be amped up a little bit for both teams as the season goes on. We can only hope that we have weather as nice as tonight,
Indeed. And the Knights later on in the season will be taking on Shady Side. Next week they'll be playing Fisher Catholic at Fulton Field. Knights will be technically the home team, so come out and support the Knights next Saturday night at Fulton Field in Lancaster, Ohio.
And then you can watch us on LSN on Sunday, right?
That's right, 4 o'clock we will be on.
Now, you're going to have any giveaways this year?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'll have to talk to JT about that one.
You have to take it out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter action, FCA and LSM brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a gated facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats. They're Lancaster source for Penske truck rentals. They're located at 2230 East Main Street. You can find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
Got Tony Welch under center for the Knights. It's Lane Toman, the ball carrier, I believe. Fighting his way forward, trying to get a yard.
I'm impressed by the crowd tonight. I mean, you look at FCA, they're standing on the sidelines on the other side because the bleachers have been pretty much full.
And like you said, fans do travel well for FCA. I mean, we went down to St. John's on the Ohio River.
Oh my!
Next to West Virginia.
Went down to Trimble for the scrimmage, and both the town. Gloucester turned out, Trimble had a great crowd, and FCA did. This was a scrimmage on a Saturday morning.
And the same goes for the scrimmage at New Lexington. That's our home field, so.
I bet you there are probably about 300 people there at the scrimmage for Trimble.
There's Tony looking to pass, can't find anybody, and he'll be sacked, but a flag comes up. Sullivan, excuse me.
As they're sorting out the penalty, FCA on LSN brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio. You can be reached at 654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this possible. Service Master Clean, Todd George, one of our sponsors, Fairfield Christian Church, Roger Weaver's Law Offices, Fairfield Mini Storage, Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Ohio University of Lancaster and Pickerington, N-Focus Consulting, Thompson Concrete, and a little place called the Redeemer Lutheran Church.
That's where I went to preschool.
Is that you're a proud graduate?
I am. That last penalty was a horse collar against Millersport, so that's an automatic first down.
We've had a lot of proud graduates of the preschool.
Josh Hamill down our running the switcher board.
How come we didn't have you doing that back in preschool, like when you were 4?
You didn't recruit me. Tony's going to throw it long. Who's that? He's got Tyler Stevens.
That could have been interference.
Coaches up here want an interference call, but they're not going to get it. It's a good effort by Stevens.
When you're up 71-6, you're not going to get that call.
Didn't think so. Unless it's a blatant call like that horse collar, you're not going to get it. You see Coach Dave Daubenmire, proud coach of the FCA Knights, done an excellent job with the program over the years, and hopefully many years to come. .416 remaining in the ball game. Be 4th down and 8. Knights are going to go for it. Knights going to try and end around, and wide open running room. Got the first down and more, but a fumble.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so Knights will maintain possession of the ball. Got lucky there.
And I know we're on tape delay, all right, but I'm following high school sports here via Twitter, and the Eagle Gazette says the Liberty Union Bloom Carroll game has been postponed due to a power failure.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So
I'm really.
That's something that you don't you don't really expect on a beautiful night like tonight.
It happens though. I mean, I was really looking forward to hearing about the Lancaster Logan game. That should be a good game. Draw play up the middle, moving the pile. I believe that's Lane Toman, and he's just short of the 45.
Yeah, the Lancaster-Logan game, that turned out to be quite a rivalry.
Yes. Lancaster, a bunch of great players on their team. Have a new quarterback coming in. They lost their quarterback from last season, Nolan Flowers. They have Luke Roberts.
And Luke Roberts used to go to FCA.
He did. His father was the principal.
Matt was one of the principals at FCA.
That's Lane Toman on the carry, and he gets across midfield just short of the 45-yard line. He'll get a first down, though. And Luke, he'll be traveling up the road to Columbus to play for the Buckeyes next season.
Now, I think he went to Lancaster because FCA didn't have a football program. And that is one of the reasons why FCA started football, so they could retain their students, because they had quality athletes going to the school. They just couldn't retain them because they didn't have the athletics they were looking for.
Yep.
You imagine FCA with Luke Roberts? Holy smokes!
State finals. See Tony being pressured. Got the draw play off. Who's that? Is it Ferturo? And he's tripped up. Nice fake by
That's almost like a Statue
Tony.
of Liberty, because as soon as Tony was about ready to be sacked, he just tucked the ball into Ferturo's belly, and Bobby just ran with it. Nice play.
He faked out the entire Lakers defense. So yes, nice run by Bobby Ferturo.
And you know what we haven't seen from FCA that we saw a lot last year is a trick play. You know, usually Coach Daubenmire has something up his sleeve. Tonight has been pretty basic.
But they've done a couple end arounds.
Yeah, a couple ends around, but nothing
fancy.
I mean, he's good for a gadget or two.
Yep.
And it's just been pretty straightforward. But you know that coming up, it's gonna. They'll have something. It'll be fun to watch. You just kind of wonder what it's going to be.
Oh, you're up 71-6.
You don't need one.
Yep, you don't need one. Penalty flag coming in. Coach is saying maybe a face mask. 2:10 remaining in the ball game.
I don't know what Millersport player was flying over the offensive line, but talking about trick play, it would have been a great play to run a fumble Rooski, you know.
Yeah.
Got 2:10 to go.
Referees trying to sort out the call.
Sponsors for FCA football on LSN, Service Master Clean by Todd George, 687-1077. Give them a call. Fairfield Christian Church is a sponsor. Roger Weaver Law Offices, Fairfield Mini Storage, Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Ohio University, Lancaster and Pickerington, Focus Consulting, Thompson Concrete, and Redeemer Lutheran Church. And I want to remind you, this program is available on demand and can be watched again at your convenience at fairfieldmedia.tv. Will you be watching this to critique our...
oh, most definitely.
You are such the pro.
It's been a while since I've had a microphone on. It was basketball season against... who was it? Harvest Prep.
Harvest Prep, yes. That was a track meet. Remember that?
Jeez. But yeah, I'll definitely be critiquing myself.
So we have 2:06 to go in the game. FCA up 71-6. I'd like to remind you, next week we come to you from Fulton Field. Tape delay and in color. Sundays at 4 on LSN. It'll be against Fisher Catholic. We will be traveling fools after that game.
Oh, yes. I'm just glad Shady Side is coming to us.
Let's see, we're going to Miller. We're going to, which is in Perry County. We're certainly going up to Grove City for that rivalry game at the end of the season. Where else are we going? Portsmouth, Notre Dame. I'll be gone that game, but Rob Bowler will be filling in for me, the athletic director.
Knights will take a knee to run out the clock. Now, I believe we're going to New Miami.
Now, where is New Miami? Is that down near Cincinnati? We did Fayetteville Perry last year, and that was in Claremont County.
Yep.
That was great. We stopped at McDonald's on the road, and the whole place was filled with FCA fans. So we got quite a few road games. See, Youngstown Christian is coming to a new Lex. At least we're not going to Youngstown this year. That, you know, if they do home and away or home and home, we may be going to Youngstown next year. Of course, you'll be. I may be going to Youngstown with someone else.
You'll be going to Youngstown.
Who knows? Maybe Youngstown Christian will have Jim Tressel coaching for him, huh?
I guess that's a possibility.
I listened to him on the radio this afternoon, and he said that one of the great things of coaching would be the pinnacle for him. He always wanted to be a high school coach.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because the high school is the purest form of competition. So looks like that we got maybe one more play. 15 seconds to go. FCA will take a knee. There's a penalty flag at 5.2 seconds. So with the penalty, FCA will back up 5 yards, and then they will probably run the play to end this ball game. FCA will finish 1-0. Millersport at 0-1. Some stats. We got Sam Faturo, 121 yards. Ben Tobin with 46. Passing, Luke Johnson passed for, Ben Tobin 61 yards. Bobby Faturo with 81 yards. Receiving, we have Nick Spurgis with 60 yards. Luke Johnson had 140 yards passing, I believe. Penalties, FCA 8. Lakers had 8. Joey Gall finished with, I believe, 4 tackles. So final score here at Millersport, FCA wins 71-6. You want to get us out of here?
Well, we'd like to thank all of our cameramen today. Let's see, we have JT Burcham. Without him, this would not be possible. We have Josh Hamill and Caleb Kandra downstairs. Andrew Lindell, Jeremy Hall, Alex Carroll, and Austin Starkey running camera. I'm Jared Camp alongside Jack Davidson and Dane Alexander on the sideline. We'd like to thank you for watching FCA football on LSN. Thanks for watching.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Service Master Clean by Todd George, cleaning and disaster restoration for all of Fairfield County. 740-687-1077.
Thompson Concrete, full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching. FCA on LSN. Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thank you for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.